Welcome to the Mr. Skin Podcast, your weekly dose of what's new and what's nude in movies, TV, and Hollywood's sexiest stars. Now get ready for your host, the world's foremost authority on celebrity nudity, Mr. Skin.
The legendary Mr. Skin.
Dude, Mr. Skin.
MrSkin.com.
Skin, everybody.
Coast to coast, from Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York, it's the Mr. Skin Podcast with your hosts, Mr. Skin and Andrea Lowell. We want to hear from you. Call the show and leave us a voicemail at 484-SKIN-POD. Find all things Mr. Skin Podcast online at MrSkinPodcast.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Mr. Skin Podcast, sponsored by Stream8.com, the global leader in live streaming, with the hottest porn stars and amateurs broadcasting live directly from their bedroom to yours. Stream8 creates a totally unique and intimate experience where you get to direct the show however you want. With an endless variety of performers, you're sure to find your perfect match on Stream8.com. The question is, are you ready for episode 93 of the Mr. Skin Podcast? Hey, Skin, how are you, love?
Doing great, and I am ready as usual. I just got to ask you this one question. What's the temperature in LA right now? Because I want to make myself miserable.
Let me look.
Yeah, hold on. I hope your hand didn't slip on the door with all the suntan lotion on it. Yeah.
I'm actually burnt right now.
Oh, my God.
You know what? It's actually cool today. It's 64, mostly sunny.
That's so funny. It's just been horrible in Chicago. The whole weekend was snow. Today it's snowing. It's snowing a little right now. It's just crazy. I mean, here we are, the middle of April, and we have snow, but what are you going to do? It's always, I always have that, we should live in LA. You know, my wife's like, we should move to California.
You should.
Yeah,
you should.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just selfish,
like
and I just want you here with me. Yeah, no. Though the thing is, it's like, LA is huge. LA is a county, right? Mm-hmm. And Los Angeles is a city within the county. Just don't live in the city. Because I live in LA County, but I don't live in Los Angeles. So there's ways to kind of get around the nasty traffic. But I mean, the weather has been ridiculously good. I remember we were talking, I don't know if it was a week or two ago, you were saying something about a game being snowed out.
Yeah,
and it's like, here I was this last weekend at the Long Beach Grand Prix and getting a sunburn. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's different. Yeah, it's just everyone in Chicago is bitching. If you're on Facebook, you see all these posts about everyone of my friends that lives in Chicago. Everyone's saying, I just was scraping snow off my windshield on, April 16th. So, Jesus, it's crazy. It's brutal, but it'll warm up soon. Though looking out, I think like the warmest is going to get in the next 5 or 6 days, like 46 degrees. So,
sweet Jesus. But you know what? Here's how I look at situations like this. Everything is temporary. It's not going to be 46 degrees forever. We're not going to be scraping windshields forever, right? We just got to get...
Yeah, no, I know. I know. But anyway, I don't want to bitch about it because I got a lot of good nudity to talk about, but it is kind of funny.
Let's heat things up.
Yeah, you're in a lawn chair out there in the sun right now. So I was wearing a scarf. I was wearing a scarf to work today. Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you. I want to blow your mind because this is... I was talking to the guys in content. This Red Sparrow, and we talked about it, the Jennifer Lawrence movie.
Yes.
I talked to you about the nudity, but the reason I like to show pictures is sometimes it's hard to articulate sometimes how great a nude scene is just by describing it, when I'm talking to you on the podcast. Yeah. And so the movie Red Sparrow is not supposed to be out on Blu-ray 4K until May 22nd. That's the date we'll get our hands on the 4K. But the Korean VOD, somewhere in Korea, because we found this on the internet today. We got
this
clips
can't be real.
Pics.
What I'm looking at,
it's unbelievable. And obviously, you see the Korean subtitles there, but forget it. Just look at these GIFs we did of the nude scenes of Jennifer Lawrence. But this one where she's standing in, at the it's
some desk or something.
Yeah,
dude,
but it's in front of a class.
Do you want me to try to describe this?
Well, go ahead, because man, it's hot. It's really a hot scene.
She's stripping down, completely naked. While completely naked, she leans back on a desk, arms behind her, so her big, natural, bountiful boobs are just like straight forward, spread eagle.
I know.
So she's leaning back, spread eagle, like, come get me, get this, enter this, as a guy proceeds to then go toward her, and I'm assuming fuck the shit out of her in front, mind you, of what seems to be a classroom of students. I would imagine these are some sort of Russian spy students, because I don't know when else this would take place. But
she's
this
in
is
training to be a tough ass Russian, and I got to tell you, man, it is because I don't think I gave this as it's a spy training academy, and I don't think I gave this enough love. Like I was talking about, this could be the best nude scene of the year when it's all said and done. Now we do have Alexandra Daddario coming up with a nude scene later on, but this is going to be so hard to beat. My God, it's almost it's just. It's just
ridiculous.
Really it really is. And, I've might have talked to you about this before, but, it's funny with Jennifer Lawrence, who, by the way, is probably the biggest movie star right now as far as box office and notoriety and all that. She was like the Angelina Jolie of 2018, but she really got dinged on that fappening, the phone hack thing, like big time. Like there were a lot of pictures that got released. Like we don't put that at MrSkin.com, but I know about it. And I just wonder if after that happened, all of a sudden she started to do nude scenes. She did the movie Mother, and then she did this movie. And I just wonder if maybe once that came out, she was like, screw it, I'm going to do these nude scenes. It's just a theory. I don't know, but it's kind of a coincidence that she did no nude scenes, then the fappening happened, and then all of a sudden she did these last two movies. And I gotta tell you, this Red Sparrow, now that I'm seeing it and watching it on a loop, I'm just blown away by how great it is.
I'm actually shocked because it's so explicit. And of course, you know me, I'm full screening it and freezing it, and I'm looking for all the good stuff. There's an opportunity to see half of a lip.
Yeah, right.
or I should say half of a cooch, because there's like one lip that you can see if you freeze it just right. But the part where she's getting nude and she's actually, you can see her from the back, and she's wearing these like tight white kind of old school panties, but they're really revealing because they're like all up her ass, and then she peels them off. It's so hot from every angle. And we oftentimes get nudity from these A-list celebrities, but not in this position. This position where it's literally like, hey, here's everything. I'm spread eagle. My arms are back. Come get me, big boy. I mean, this is something else.
Well, and I don't know what you would call it, where you're nude sitting on a table, but you're sitting on a table, you're nude, but it's a shot from behind, and your butt kind of smushes up. But I got to think about this for a playlist. It's I don't know what I don't know what we would call a smushed butt on a table
Smash,
view from the rear. Mashed potato. I don't know, but it's hot,
great, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's really a hot thing. I'd like to try to see if we could do a playlist of this at our website, but I got to come up with a cool term for like a mashed potato or something. So
oh my God, I love that actually. I like that. That's cute. No, but it's so hot. Yeah, I mean, her butt is literally pressed up to the point where it's like two hard coconuts sitting on the desk with this amazing coin slot action going on with the thumbprints. I mean, it's glorious.
It'll be hard. It'll be hard for us to find, but to find all the times this happened. But I will commission. I just told CP while I was sitting here to tell our content department to get to work. We have important things to do, and that's going to be our best mashed potato, where you're nude sitting on a table, shout from behind. So we'll get on that for you. But
I just
anyway,
want to say though, kamsahamnida to Korea for this VOD.
Yeah, thank you, Korea, for releasing this first, way ahead of the May 22nd release we're going to see here in the States. Yeah, I know, it's all the stuff. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. That's breaking nudes at MrSkin.com. Also, a movie, we get to see, as you know, Andrew, my Skin Scouts get to see movies before they are in theaters. And
absolutely,
this movie will be out on April, I believe it's 27th, Friday, so in a couple weeks. But it's called Kings, and it's a movie about Halle Berry stars in it. It's about the living in LA. right before the Rodney King riots in 1992 and all the commotion, as you probably remember back then. And Daniel Craig also stars in it. But read what my guys said at the 45-minute mark. Not only do you see Halle Berry nude, her butt, but Daniel Craig flies in during a dream and moves up the blankets to begin kissing her, and you see some side boobs. But then this very odd scene ends with Halle putting Daniel Craig's head between her thighs and saying, "You're mine," and while he tells her it's only a dream. So it sounds like a very, very hot scene. Again, I'm just going on the description of my guys that saw this, but I want to see this now, and it'll be in theaters a week from Friday. But listen, Halle Berry has done some of the great nude scenes at my website back in 2001 when she did Swordfish, when she did Monsters Ball. She's in her early 50s now, but still looks, I know, isn't that weird?
That's crazy.
Yeah, she's like 51 or something.
She doesn't even seem that old to me, because to me, Halle Berry's ageless. You know what I mean? Like, she's kind of like J-Lo.
Her Halle's berries are sweeter than ever. But we'll see this when it comes in theaters. But I don't know. I really think this is a scene that could be one of those that's a little better than the description I'm giving you. So we'll keep you posted. But always excited when Halle Berry does a nude scene, and it's been a while. It's been about 7 or 8 years since her last nude scene. So good to see her back. And it's weird to think that the great nudity in Monsters Ball and Swordfish, it's been 17 years already.
No,
can you believe that?
I can't believe it. That's crazy. Time flies, man.
Yeah, it is. It's really weird. So anyway, the movie's called Kings. It'll be in theaters in 2 weeks. And then one that I think you might find interesting, there's a documentary that came out on Friday. It's called Grace Jones, Bloodlight and Bammy? Is that what it says? But it's,
I don't know, but Grace Jones, anything I'm interested in. So keep talking.
If you don't know her, she's a Jamaican singer, songwriter, supermodel, big in the 80s and 90s. She's really probably best known as a performance artist, I guess, but really hot bod. And she is 69 years old, no pun intended.
No! How is this even possible?
Get this. I was asking, so when my guys saw this, they said, she's naked, breasts and bush at the 57-minute mark. She's naked again at the hour and 47-minute mark, getting completely nude. So I hit him up and I go, well, but these are old, these are out, movie old stuff from when she modeled or whatever, right? And he goes, no, this is current, when she's 69 years old. I go, how does she look? And, it's like, man, black don't crack. She looks awesome. So, Grace Jones naked in this documentary that came out on Friday. And we're really excited about this. I don't have yet the pics. And don't forget, she was a Bond girl. She's been in a lot of important things. I mean, Boomerang.
She's epic, man. She's totally a part of pop culture of that time.
If you're a Bond girl,
a living, breathing Amazon.
Right. No, she was in View to a Kill and Conan the Destroyer. She's been in some big things. And in the 80s, especially in the 80s when she did Boomerang and Deadly Vengeance in the early 90s and stuff, she did some great nude scenes, had a killer body. And again, she was a supermodel. So always been a big Grace Jones fan. Very excited about this documentary on her, which came out in very limited release. Probably be difficult to find, but we'll be all over it as soon as it comes out on VOD and have that. But that's a cool discovery. I'm excited about that.
Me too. I mean, this is something definitely, just not only because she's beautiful and seeing all the hot body stuff, but just getting to know the story a little more.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's time for our Cam Star Spotlight of the Week, brought to you by Stream8. And we have the gorgeous blonde bombshell, Remy Reagan. Hi, Gorge.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to meet
Great.
you.
How are you guys?
I'm fascinated by this outfit. It's almost like a pirate, like a wench outfit.
Yeah.
But with something real sexy going on. Can you describe this for us, please?
Well, yeah, it's like I guess it's like a men's t-shirt with
Is
like
that what that
a
is?
white corset
In the
and
middle.
And then just like a Swarovski corset. I've got like Swarovski matching underwear.
So cute. Okay, without seeing the underwear because she's sitting, what is your guess? Thong, G-string, full back, cheeky, boy short, brief.
Cheeky.
It's cheeky.
He nailed it?
Yeah, he nailed it.
Get it, Skin. Your panty discernment's
Yeah.
getting
Wow.
good.
Maybe he looked up there earlier.
No. It was a good guess.
He just gets it. He just gets it. So let's talk about your live stream. What you got going on, girl?
Yeah, so I live stream on Stream8. I do it daily. I do like a bunch of different things. Mainly I do like group shows and...
Wait, what do you mean group shows? Like there's multiple people with you or you're performing for a group?
Yeah, so I do like performances. And then...
what kind of performances are we talking?
Yeah, so it ranges from like a BDSM show to
cool.
just like, you know, I do like a lot of like JOI and stuff like that.
What's JOI?
Yeah, I don't
Like
even know.
jerk off instructions.
Can you give us a brief, like 10 seconds of JOI?
Yeah, so I would just like hold the dildo and I'd be like, oh, follow me, you know, stroke slowly and then quicker and quicker. Sometimes I'll do like cum denial, so I'll go faster and then like
stop.
let go.
Okay, that's fucking hot. I've never heard of that in my life.
You really don't know JOI?
No, do you?
She doesn't have a penis.
No, but it's like, that's so hot because guys, when they jerk off, they have the tried and true way.
Yeah.
They do it the
You
same
have
way.
your way, and that's how you do it
And
every time.
typically when you give a guy a hand job, like I'm always like, how can I make it more like how you do it? Because you know how to do it better
Right.
than I know how to do
Right.
it. But you're in control.
Yeah.
That's hot. She's
Yeah.
taking control of the hand job.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated.
Yeah, they really like that, and they also like the like interactive, like they just really like interactive stuff. So like,
Okay.
I'll use like the interactive tip vibe, and I'll use that, and I'll be like, oh, you know, like use the vibrator on me as I tell you like what to do.
I love it.
And then they'll do like they like cum countdown, so I'll be like, you can't come, and then I count like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and then get down to 1, and then I'm like, okay, you can come, and they've got like 30 seconds left. I'm like, you better come, like you got 10
there's
seconds.
pressure. That's pressure.
No, normally
cum
guys
pressure.
can't
But I'd
perform under pressure.
Well,
They're alone
but
though.
they're alone, and you've worked them into a
frenzy.
Yeah, so you just
So
like.
it's not like they're just
tease
walking
them.
into the room and you have 20 seconds. I mean, they've been working it for a while.
Now, how long does this typically take before you take a guy to the countdown? On average.
Okay, so all of my gold shows are 10 minutes long.
Cool.
So they'll join anywhere from like $3 to $10,
Yeah.
whatever they want to join in. And then, so if I'm doing like JOI and I want to like tease them, I'll do like cum denial for like the first 5 minutes, and then, you know, like the last like, is it like 3 minutes I'll really go in,
Get it,
and then
girl.
like stop one more time, and then like the last minute I'll be like, okay, 10, 9, 8, and it's like 30 seconds, 3, 2.
So how fun is this for you, being in control like that?
It's really fun. I like it when I can do like one-on-one exclusives,
Yeah.
and they'll pop up in their cam, because then I
Yeah.
can really take control.
Oh, girl, yes.
I'm like, let go, and I'm like, I better not see your hands touching yourself.
Yeah, because can you trust it when the camera's not on and there's multiple watchers? Can you trust that they're actually following your instruction?
Well, I feel like a lot of them like more like the submissive. I mean, I do like I like being submissive too, so I do all kinds of stuff. But they like the direction. They ask for it. So I mean, most of the time they're in the show like begging, like, "Can we come yet?" Or like
I
they're really
like it.
they're
So
really
you
interactive.
know
in the
they're
comments.
involved. They're
Yeah.
not faking it, because if
Yeah.
you've already jacked off and come, you're out there.
Yeah.
You're not even in the room anymore. You're like, bye, I'm getting
Yeah.
a sandwich.
Yeah, no,
Thanks.
they're very interactive in the comments.
I love that. So aside from the JOI and all this amazing stuff you're opening my eyes to, what else requests do you get the most? Like, is there a certain thing that guys really like coming to you for?
Well, I'm super flexible.
Ooh.
Yeah, I used to be a professional ballet dancer. I didn't even think that was like a fetish, right? Like the flexible thing. So like one
How
day,
could it not be? Who doesn't
Right.
like
Yeah.
putting a girl in the
If a
split?
guy's with a girl that has that kind of flexibility, he wants to see it in action.
yeah, I mean, I always did
It's
it
a
like in
bonus.
person with people, but like I never thought it would be like a big thing. So one time I did it like in an exclusive one-on-one, and they hashtagged me all these like flexible contortionists, blah blah blah, and then everyone kept coming in my room saying like, oh, like, can you do this? Can you do that? So like I feel like a lot of people people, like, that's my thing.
I'm
Like,
getting so excited because I used to want to be a contortionist when I was little. Keep talking.
yeah, go on a streaming one, sexual contortionist.
Do you call it a Bushnikov?
And that's how I'll get them to join too. I'll be like, when I come, I'll do like my legs behind my head. Like I'll put my legs behind my head, do full like splits. Like
Yes. What is the most requested flexible position guys ask you to go in? Is it a split? Is it the both leg behind the head?
I feel like
What do guys want?
they ask.
Like, tell me. I want to know.
They ask for the split, but like really they want the legs behind the head because I'll do the split and they're like, cool. I put the legs behind the head and everything's open and out and the legs are not in the way and they're like, oh yes. Sometimes I'll like tie my legs behind my head.
What?
That's some crazy flexibility. Have you lost any flexibility since your ballet days?
No, because I've always done like yoga. I've always still danced. I do like pole fitness.
Cool. So she's super strong too.
Yeah.
I will say ballerinas are some of the strongest athletes. Like I use athlete on the planet. But because they're so tiny and petite, people don't realize it. And now I hear you doing pole too. This is a badass bitch right here. Y'all better watch out.
I agree.
She'll put her leg behind her head, then kick you with it.
Yeah, and then control your
and then
dick.
swing around her dick.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely want to check out Remy Reagan on Streamate. And then maybe you can give me a private lesson on how to get my flexibility back.
Oh, for sure.
You're giving me aspirations, and I'm inspired.
JOI, legs behind the head.
I want to do it all. All right, girl. It's been a pleasure getting to know you. Everyone check her out. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, anyway, also just before I get into some TV stuff, there was last week a music video came to our attention, and normally we don't do too much with music videos, but when there's hot chicks naked, of course, I have to talk to you about it. And there's this guy named Alex Cameron. He's an Australian musician who I don't really know much about him. I talked to my guys this morning about him, but he is the real life boyfriend of Jemima Kirk. You would know her from Girls, plays Jess on Girls, or played Jess on Girls. And they're dating in real life. So she directed, I guess. Yeah. And Jemima serves up her flapjacks a few times in these videos. And I got to tell you, now we saw her very naked, obviously, in Girls. She did a full frontal scene, scenes and did some really nice nude scenes, but kind of fun for her just to, out of the blue, without even having to be on Girls, just doing these random nude scenes showing boobs in this music video by the Australian musician Alex Cameron. Is a little just a fun find that I wanted to share with you, and we have a little gif of the nude scene from the video for you.
Oh, it's fantastic. We got the hand bra with the smashing. I mean, it's everything that we love.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of hers. I was, the first season or two, she didn't get naked on Girls, and I was like, oh boy, she's going to be, it's going to be all Lena Dunham, and her and Allison Williams won't get naked. And then they both came through with some great moments. So, anyway, that's Jemima Kirk in a music video that we just put at MrSkin.com. So, also, Andrew, there's a lot of TV stuff I wanted to get to, and actually, some of this I saved, and not knowing that we'd have more of the same types of these, but there were, to my count, there's been a lot of girl kissing on mainstream television, and I was really shocked, and not that it was super graphic stuff, but it was just funny because there were 3 shows in a row. I just kept looking at the feed where my content department goes through all the movies and television shows, and I'm noticing like, wow, a lot of great makeouts with girls. So let's start with Grey's Anatomy, which, a lot of this stuff I'm going to talk about, I don't talk about too much because they don't have nudity, but when 2 girls are going at it, we got to discuss it.
It's worth a mention for sure.
Well, all 3 of these things are pretty hot. So first of all, Grey's Anatomy, they're in their 14th season, 19th episode. My 13-year-old daughter loves this damn show, so I feel creepy talking about this. But there's the girl that plays Dr. Arizona Robbins is Jessica Capshaw, who happens to be the daughter of Kate Capshaw, and she's been on the show for a number of years, and she had this really sexy kiss where Jessica Capshaw asks this girl, this Stefania Spampinato, who's her only credits are Grey's Anatomy. She's not a famous actress, but she's leaving the hospital, and they have this research finished, and all of a sudden they just share this passionate kiss. So there's some interest between Jessica Capshaw and this Stefania Spampinato, but really hot. And I was like, all right, Grey's Anatomy, way to go. And
man,
I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's it for girl kisses this week. But no, Jane the Virgin on the CW. I don't know if you watch that show or know about it. But
no.
Yeah,
I watch Deep Cable Skin. Come on, you know
true.
me.
Yeah, you're over at Bravo. So Jane the Virgin had, and the reason I want to talk about this is because I'm a big Rosario Dawson fan. But
I know you are.
Rosario Dawson and the girl that plays Petra on Jane the Virgin,
my.
GS, had this. They were on a double date, and next thing you know, the two girls are going at it. And listen, let me just say about Rosario Dawson, one of the great nude scenes in the history of nude sces was her
100%.
That movie Trance, where she had the shaved bush and walked right into the can. I was like, that truly could be one of the great nude scenes of all time. Like not many actresses are going to show lips, right?
Okay, to be straight up, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, this is like the cleanest, and I mean like cinematography speaking, cleanest pussy shot you've ever seen in your life. I mean, it is cleanly shaved too.
Well, she changed her name to Rose No Hario Dawson in that scene. Yeah.
It's like, I've never seen such a straight on cooch shot like that.
Yeah.
And it's more than just a second. It's not a quick glimpse. It's like it's a full fucking, scene of her walking toward the camera, and it's epic because it's so unexpected, and you're just like, oh my God, is this CGI? Is this real? But yeah, it's real.
Yeah, and I mean, to tell how great a scene that is, the fact that you remember it in the detail you remember it, and it's like from a five-year-old movie. I'm very impressed with you. And don't forget, she was also in the movie Alexander with Colin Farrell, did great nudity, but she has one of the best bodies in Hollywood. Now she's on television on Jane the Virgin, and she had a really hot girl kiss, which I just caught my attention. I wanted to share with you. So it's from Jane the Virgin. It was season 4, episode 15 on the CW. But Andrea,
yes,
we're not done with hot girl kisses. The last night on CBS, The Good Fight, which is a spinoff of The Good Wife on Sunday nights on CBS. So that you see the girl on the right, if you remember from Game of Thrones, Ygritte, Rose Leslie, she was a wilding.
Mm-hmm. That's right, the redhead that had like a love affair with Jon Snow, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they went skinny dipping and all that. Well, she plays Maya on the show on The Good Fight, and she stopped outside by this. And this is funny, we could not ID the girl on the left. It's so weird. She plays a DNC staffer on the show, and she's she's uncredited. But how could you make out with Rose Leslie and make a big deal on it about it, and then they go in a car and make out and the whole thing, and we couldn't ID her. So sorry for that. We tried. As of taping time, we did not have an ID on the girl Rose Leslie's sharing a passionate kiss with, but still a very hot scene, and we're big fans of Rose Leslie from Game of Thrones. So
absolutely, we are.
Yeah, we're gonna change her name to just lucky lesbian to be able to kiss Rose Leslie. But yeah, I'm sorry, I just do not have a name for her. So
oh well.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter, but still, I like to be be authoritative and give you all this information you need.
I know. Yeah. It's hard when we don't have all the facts, but you did your due diligence, and if we couldn't find them, we couldn't find them.
Yeah. Well, now I there's a couple more things I wanted to get to, and Andrea, it is that time again where CP the EP spins the wheel of skin. Yeah. Yes, and I of course am Pat Say Jack Off. You are.
I'm Badger White.
And this is a Merkin Griffin production. And he randomly picks a girl from our website of over 28,000 actresses. And he spins the wheel. And whoever comes up, I'll talk to you about her skinography. I've gotten to really enjoy this. It keeps my my skinisms or my skinning sharp, where people ask me questions about actresses and test my nudity brain power. So I enjoy it. So CP, go ahead and spin the wheel of skin.
And we have Drew Barrymore.
Oh, very interesting. Well, I think, Andrea, it's safe to say she's been naked. You just might not know the movies she's been naked in. But
that's a good point. Yeah, because I can see her boobs right now in my mind's eye, but I don't know where I've seen them.
Well, interesting with her. Before I start, first of all, obviously being on E.T. when she was 6 years old, that's where everyone discovered her. And it's weird to think she was... she was this little girl in E.T. and she's grown up to be this beautiful actress and pretty cool she's fun and she does great interviews and she's just a fun actress. So
yeah, totally.
One interesting thing about her though, she's the daughter of John Barrymore and Jade Barrymore. And you might not know Jade Barrymore, but actually her mother, Jade Barrymore, is at our website. Yeah,
yes.
She did a movie about 20 years ago called Last Days of Disco. And there's a scene where these guys walk in on their buddy and he's banging this older woman. And Andrea, I'm telling you, he jumps up and it is... I can't remember the last time I saw it, but when I did, I was thinking to myself, my God, no wonder Drew Barrymore had such a great rack. Is her mother, this is a spectacular nude scene. It's from Last Days of Disco. When you have a chance, go check out Jade Barrymore. And she's sitting on the couch completely nude. She crosses her legs, so it's hard to see a little maybe upper bush, but her breasts are spectacular, and it's Jade Barrymore's mom, which is pretty cool. So
excellent.
Anyway, it's Drew Barrymore's mom. Jade is the name, so really great stuff. But okay, so as far as Drew Barrymore goes, she's been naked probably 6 or 7 times. I mean, Boys on the Side, Bad Girls, from the mid-90s were definitely movies you got to see her topless. Matthew McConaughey was in one of those. But the go-to movie, if you're a fan of Drew Barrymore and you want to know, if I had to say one movie, she was 18 years old in a movie called Doppelganger, which was like a cheap horror movie. And about 23 minutes in, she's in the shower, and I got to tell you this too, Andrea. She at one point had like D-cup natural boobs.
Oh,
she
yeah.
had since got a breast reduction, but this is her at 18 years old with the natural knocks in the shower. If you do not mind the shower water turning to blood, it is one of the hotter. Yeah, it is one of the hotter nude scenes because it is a horror movie. It is one of the hotter nude scenes you're going to see. Now, when she then did Boys on the Side and Bad Girls and these other nude scenes, she had more of the reduced look, but this is pre-reduction, and I got to tell you, it's really spectacular. And when you see her mom nude in Last Days of Disco, you'll understand why she had that. But great question, CP. I'm a big Drew Barrymore fan. And by the way, both Drew Barrymore and her mother, I'm pretty sure her mother did too, posed in Playboy.
Yes, that does
not
sound
at the same
very,
time.
very
Not at the same time.
Wouldn't that be so hot though if they did?
Yeah.
Come on.
It's like, do a little mother-daughter action.
I'm horrible, aren't I?
Yeah. So anyway, they both pose in Playboy, not together, but that's another thing they have in common. So, CP, great question. I love it. A big Drew Barrymore fan, and I think people need to know. People need to know about Drew Barrymore. So
absolutely, because I feel like she's almost been out of the spotlight a little bit lately, and people need to remember how glorious her boobs once were.
Yes. They're spectacular. Please check that Last Days of Disco out at our website. You'll be very happy. So, so a couple other things I did want to get to. Now, there's a show, The Looming Tower, on Hulu.
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, well, we talked about it, but let me give you a little backstory on it. So, it's a Hulu show, but it's a Hulu show that releases, sometimes Hulu will release all the episodes at once. Other times they do it week by week. Looming Tower, they're doing it week by week. So I've talked about it before. This is that show about the CIA and the FBI right before 9/11, where the thing was that they weren't sharing information. And a lot of people feel part of the reason for 9/11 was the fact that, part of the reason it happened was they each had information that wasn't being shared, and as a result, 9/11 happened. But the looming tower deals with all that leading up to the, what happened in New York. But I'm not sure what day they release it, but episode 9 was released, The Looming Tower, and there was some great nudity from Claire Ramelkamp and Sandra Muladowski, but it's really weird, and it's actually kind of freaky to watch. It was so the night before those Muslims flew the planes into the towers. They all had like strippers and it's the weirdest thing. So they got
the pilots.
The pilots had and they were Muslim.
Well,
and very
wouldn't you go out with
religious.
a bang too?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just weird, and they show the guys in with these girls doing it. So it's kind of like not a fun nude scene to watch, but it is a show that's had really good nudity. But we're getting close to the the whole 9/11 thing, but. Great nudity, but definitely not super fun to watch. But the show's called The Looming Tower on Hulu. They've had some really nice nude scenes this year, and they're 9 episodes in. So
you know what, though? When I see stuff like this, I just have to remind myself it's a TV show.
Oh,
There's no way
100%.
in hell that these guys were actually getting boned out by these banging ass prostitutes.
No. You don't have to explain to me. I mean, I'm the guy that's favorite nude scene is Meredith Baxter and my breast getting it checked by a doctor. So you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me.
You and me both.
Yeah, we gotta keep it real, keeping it not real, because it is not real. So
I will say this: Claire Ramelkamp, though, I don't know where I've seen her before, but she's really pretty. This redhead.
Yeah, no,
she's
I know.
Really, really gorgeous.
Yeah, no, it's been some great nudity. Couple other things too before we wrap up.
Sure.
There's a show called Kiss Me First, which is a new show from England, and it's airing in Britain right now. And the reason we're talking about it is that Netflix does this a lot with some shows overseas. They'll air in Britain, and then Netflix will get them. So I think on May 9th, Kiss Me First will be available on Netflix. But my Skin International division, likes to check out these shows, especially from the UK, that have some great nudity. And in this case, London Bridges Falling Down, because a lot of girls very naked on this Kiss Me First. And what's interesting, this show is about, and I want to stress the girl is not 17 years old, but this Tallulah Rose Haddon plays a 17-year-old girl addicted to this fictional online gaming site called Agora, and while playing on the platform, she meets another girl, and it turns into a whole identity thing, and it's a whole thing. Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing, but both girls have done some great nudity. By the girl playing the 17-year-old is actually like 19 or 20, but some really good nudity so far in the first couple episodes. But this will be on Netflix, like I said, May 9th. It's called Kiss Me First from Channel 4 in the UK, and some really hot stuff, and you could probably see it from the little gifs we have of it. It's really good.
It's amazing. It's amazing. There's so much hot female nudity. I wasn't sure if this was like lesbian clips I was looking at. I was like, no, my imagination is putting them all together, but there's some good stuff going on. You know what I thought of too when you said the actual adults playing kids. Remember back in the day, like 90210? How everyone was like in their 30s playing 17, 16.
Oh yeah, no, that's
it's nothing new in Hollywood.
Yeah, if you could look young, why not? And
why not?
It's So anyway, it's going to be another show we'll keep our eye on. It's called Kiss Me First, coming to Netflix May 9th. A couple other last things.
Sure.
Westworld season 2 debuts Sunday night, so we'll be all over that over the next couple of weeks. I know Evan Rachel Wood, who in real life is a lesbian, who's the female lead from the show. She was saying there's going to be some nice storylines involving some girl action. So even futuristic robots that are chicks have to hook up. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, can't wait for Westworld, which by the way won the our Anatomy Award for Best TV Show for Nudity in 2016. These shows always, it's taking these shows like over, they're so complex and so much work goes into these shows now, the big ones, that it's like every other year a new season will come out because they just need a full year to get ready. So,
and you know how I feel about that. I'm always like dying over here. Like, come on, just pump it out. But it is worth the wait. It really is.
Yeah, it's a good show. So we'll be all over Westworld. And then last but not least, Dude will be released on Netflix Friday. That's the movie where Lucy Hale, who was the winner of America Juniors, but more important, it plays Aria on Pretty Little Liars, will be making her nude debut. And it is a great nude scene. And there's a lot of Lucy Hale fans that have been coming to our website and asking me about Aria from Pretty Little Liars. She is very naked, a very hot sex scene with a guy. We'll finally have that out Friday on Netflix. The name of the movie is Dude. So next time we talk, Andrew, we'll have a lot of great stuff to get to.
I'm just so excited. It's like there's so much going on. And even this episode, so much going on. What a beautiful episode 93. We tackled it all. I want to personally thank, again, South Korea. Not only for producing my husband, but for J-Law's sneak nudity peek. That was fucking, I'm speechless. Also, very interesting to find out that Grace Jones, still serving bones in her 60s.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I cannot wait to watch her documentary. And you know what? You kept me on my toes. Cannot wait for Westworld and cannot wait to talk to you about it, man. This was
we're gonna have
excellent.
Good stuff. So anyway, lots of stuff to get to, and we got it's already shaping up. 2018 is gonna be another spectacular year, and at Q1, Andrea, Q1 has been great, and I'm looking forward to Q2, 3, and 4. So good year in nudity so far.
Yeah, you're right. It keeps getting better and better and better. And on that note, we'll do it better again next week with more and more nudity. All right, we'll see you guys then.
You got it, Andrea. Take care.
This concludes another scintillating episode of the Mr. Skin Podcast. Subscribe to the Mr. Skin Podcast in iTunes and never miss a show. Thanks for listening.